to all. We are from Team Imposters. Today we would like to present our webinar proposal which titled as Cyberbullying. Stop bully, show respect. Our presentation will start with the purpose of our webinar.
Hi, my name is Hanisha Finas from Imposters Group. Now I will introduce the purpose of our webinar. We will focus based on subtopics given including current issue, organizational approaches and consideration, audience-oriented also approaches and consideration. The webinar will focus on all IPTA and IPTS students. The main point of this webinar is to give new knowledge for every term that is related to cyberbullying and to discuss current issues. Besides that, this webinar helps to raise awareness about cyberbullying towards participants. Moreover, this webinar will be held to help participants enable them to recognize cyberbullying. Finally, the goal of this webinar is to assist us as a team of imposters in managing an online seminar event.
Hello everyone, my name is Sharma Today I am here to explain about our background of webinar. This webinar will provide knowledge about bullying to students, which is becoming more prevalent in Malaysia. As we know, the symptoms of bullying can be defined as a criminal activity. These cases of bullying becoming increasing every year among students, especially students of schools and institutions of higher learning.
The objective of our webinar is to educate about understanding and awareness to the student the symptoms of bullying. Second, to prevent the kind of bullying at academic level. Third, to encourage students to strive to practice good values.
Next, I'm going to explain about the justification of this webinar. The main topic of this webinar is about cyberbullying, which is stop bully, show respect. To give better understanding and a clearer image of what topic is about, Dr. Surina Sar, who is Deputy Commissioner of Police, IPD Police, has been invited as the speaker of this webinar. Dr. Surina Sar, known as one of the main head and so professional on handling cyber-based issues, with years of experience in the both field of police and speaker. There is no doubt that she can take the attention of the audience to know more regarding people's safety, especially in online platforms. Next, this program also will educate and give more exposure to the students regarding cyberbullying issues. By joining this webinar, each participant getting a golden opportunity to become aware of cyberbullies. By this useful webinar, they will also be more cautious and take more precautions for becoming one of the victims. In this webinar, the speaker also will explain about the steps which can take by students whenever they experience cyberbullying issues via online platforms. And then by attending this webinar, students also will know the types of impacts each victims face from these cyberbullying issues. And then besides that, this webinar also helps students to gain more knowledge about types of cyberbullies, main platforms and solutions which might be useful in future. As what people say, prevention is better than cure. So by attending this webinar, it will also help to reduce the spiking numbers of cyberbullying cases around Malaysian country.
Our webinar will conduct on 28 May 2022 at 9 AM to 10 AM. We are using Zoom meeting platform and we are expecting 100 participants to join on this webinar.
A budget is a spending plan based on income and expenses. For our webinar group project, our team decided to spend a small amount of money to make this webinar simple but able to attract people, as well as the information can be conveyed perfectly. our team willing to spend 100 ringgit for our webinar project as the speaker's gift. The budget is placed in such a way that we do not incur any expenses for travels or vehicles, tents or halls, as well as the other equipment, as this webinar to be conducted is online. As a whole, in terms of venue rental, transport, video production and photography is totally zero cost, as because this webinar will be conducted virtually. We also didn't spend any money for promotion part. This is because we only promote it online through social media platforms.
I will introduce our committee members. Harshini as organizer, Ana Selvi as presenter, Aquila as secretary, Saidinatu Alisa as treasurer, Nozawani as our team media, Sharma as our team technical, and lastly me, Anisha Finas as team technical.
Good day everyone. Today I would like to present about logistics, facility and setting. Logistics department is easy and simple when it comes to virtual events like webinar. It is because webinar only needs computer or tablet with an internet connection, social media like Facebook, webinar app, script, poster and more. Besides, the budget for logistics is affordable when it comes to virtual webinar proposal. Generally, webinars logistics will use a script throughout the webinar for audience to comfortable by introduce the speaker Q&A sections and explain the lucky draw sections. Besides, webinar logistics also based on how interactive the organizer going to make the webinar by using interactive elements. The platform that has been decided for our webinar Stop Bully Show respect is Zoom meeting and Facebook Live. It is a convenient platform for webinar for easy access and handling. Besides, the audience also can follow our Facebook page to get more webinar videos and information.
We are using Instagram to promote our webinar event and raise awareness about cyberbullying. Because of its large user base, Instagram is a very successful way to raise event exposure. People may also learn about our material through images and videos. By using hashtags that related to our webinar title, we make things more visible for people to understand our event. Making short films, uploading photographs, and updating posts from time to time will help us keep up with our participants. If people like our page, they will spread the word and the chain is never ending. Next, we are using WhatsApp as a second platform to connect with our participants. Once participants has registered their names, they will be required to join our WhatsApp group so that they will be updated about our webinar from time to time. We can include webinar instructions as well as brief information, digital photographs or videos of our webinar. WhatsApp is free of adverts, allowing our participants to consider it as a safe and private area to communicate on a regular basis.